We'll take you to join the feed at the Black Star Square here in Accra, where President Akufo-Addo is expected to commission and see to the distribution of 307 ambulances. Let's join the feed now. So what you're witnessing now is the traditional prayer currently ongoing at the Black Star Square. It's being done by Wulome, which is a Ga traditional priest, and he's offering prayers for the ceremony and I believe for the ambulances themselves. It's a very exciting day, really, and it's expected that these ambulances will go a long way to augment and complement the healthcare services in the country. Let's rejoin the prayer now.
Numo Belemfu III and the Traditional Council, we are grateful to you for your traditional prayers. You have prayed for long life and prosperity for the Republic. You have prayed for the President and the Vice President, all constituent. The parade commander will march off the parade, even as we prepare to take the welcome. In colors, agree. Bob to the right, in colors, agree. Right, set. As the parade commander marches off the parade, we will get ready to invite the Chief Executive of the National Ambulance Service, Professor Ahmed Nuhu Zakaria, to join us with a welcome. We shall invite Professor Ahmed Nuhu Zakaria for the welcome address and a history of the national.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The Honorable Chief of Staff, Mrs. Ekosia Frema Osei Opari. The Minister for Health, Honorable Kweku Ajman-Menu. The Minister for Special Development Initiatives, Honorable Mavis Hawa Kumsin. Honorable Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the National Ambulance Service, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives, His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, I welcome you all to today's historic event. Mr. President, please permit me to thank you and to express my profound gratitude to you for giving me this unique opportunity and singular honor to stand before you today to deliver a speech on the topic, the birth and growth of the National Ambulance Service, at today's historic event of the commissioning of 307 new ambulances procured by the New Patriotic Party government under your able leadership. Mr. President, today is a great day for health delivery in Ghana, and everything good is achieved with some difficulties. Preparations towards today's event were tough. However, the National Ambulance Service was motivated by the following quotes. Quote number 1, focus will is incredible. and that if you have a dream and you don't give up, no matter what obstacles come up, then life's problems will fall away and you will get what you want. It happens, it works, end of quote. The other quote that motivated us is that most of our obstacles will melt away if, instead of cowering before them, we should make up our minds to walk boldly through them. We also do know, Your Excellency, that when you truly want success, you will never give up. You will never give up on it, no matter how bad the situation may get. Mr. President, the nature and history of the National Ambulance Service is worth recounting on today's occasion. The Emergency Medical Service System, and for that matter, the National Ambulance Service of Ghana, is dedicated to providing out-of-hospital acute medical care, transport to definitive care, and other medical transport to patients with illnesses and injuries which prevent the patients from transporting themselves. Mr. President, the concept of operations of the National Ambulance Service, which is based on the mission of NAS, is to provide integrated, high-quality, pre-hospital emergency and medical care, health transport, and medical retrieval services to all people in Ghana. The National Ambulance Service achieves this through a system of trained operational staff and committed support staff. Mr. President, the major functions of the National Ambulance Service include the following: 1. Emergency medical response and out-of-hospital care, emergency medical transport by road, non-emergency patient transport, major incident management and response. The others include retrieval of critically ill patients, provision of ambulance cover during public events, and community education on first aid. Mr. President, the 9th May 2001 stadium disaster, in which 127 sports enthusiasts died, provided the leverage for the establishment of the National Ambulance Service. The MPP government, led by His Excellency, then President John Ajekum Kufuor, saw the need for the establishment of a nationwide, comprehensive pre-hospital emergency care system in Ghana. Accordingly, in his annual sessional address to Parliament in the year 2002, the President charged the Ministry of Health and its collaborators to establish a nationwide ambulance service to provide effective pre-hospital care to trauma casualties and convey such victims to hospitals. Your Excellency, the necessary preparations, stakeholder engagements, and policies were put in place, which culminated in the establishment of the nucleus of the National Ambulance Service. The service started as a unit under the Policy, Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, that is PPME unit of the Ministry of Health in 2004, later progressed to a directorate and has now attained an agency status with its headquarters in Accra. Your Excellency, with regards to ambulance stations, this is the history. The National Ambulance Service started with a pilot phase of 7 stations in only 3 regions from 2004 to 2005. In 2006, the National Ambulance Service moved into full-scale operations with additional 12 stations, increasing the number to 19 stations in 5 regions. Your Excellency, in 2007, 5 stations were added for the service to grow to 24 stations in the country. In 2008, 5 additional stations were added, making the number of stations 29. In 2009, 10 new stations were added, increasing the number to 39. In 2012, additional 83 stations were created, totaling 122 ambulance stations. In 2014, 4 new stations were created, increasing the number to 126 stations. In 2015, Your Excellency, 4 stations were added, making the total number 130 stations. In 2016, 2 new stations were created, making the total number of stations stand at 132 stations. Your Excellency, I'm very happy to announce to the nation that following your bold leadership, this year, 2020, the National Ambulance Service will add 145 new stations. The highest in our country's history at a time, increased the number to 275 stations. These ambulances have been equipped with state-of-the-art advanced life support devices, including all the must-haves in an ambulance, in order to facilitate a quick and comfortable transfer of patients. It has stretchers, first aid kits, oxygen cylinders, spinal immobilization devices, portable ventilators, both adult and fetal monitors, automated external defibrillators, and many others. Tracking devices, Your Excellency, have also been installed in these ambulances in order to track their movements. And a tree number, which you'll be launching today, 112, is also going to be launched to replace the numerous different emergency numbers in the country. Your Excellency, please permit me to briefly take the audience through a few of the technical details as far as this 112 number system is concerned. This is how the system is going to operate after the launch. We have the sending a distress call by the user. The user has two options when in need of an ambulance. First option is calling 112 directly on your phone. The second option is calling or sending alerts on the Ghana Post GPS app. If you're using the first option, calling 112 directly on your phone will require you to provide some information about your location to allow for easy accessibility. Using the Ghana Post GPS app will automatically send your location, that's your digital address, to the ambulance service for a more reliable and easy accessibility. Now, if you're making a direct call on your phone with the 112, the caller dials 112 on the phone. The call is received at the command center, and this call is routed to the appropriate quarters, either the police, ambulance, fire, or NADMO, depending on your request. The ambulance control center receives the information from the distress caller. The information is entered on the AmbuTrack platform with either the digital address or landmark to identify the location of the distress caller. Your Excellency, the information is dispatched to the ambulance for response. Now, if you're making a call from the Ghana Post app, you open the Ghana Post app on your phone. Once that is done, you press the call button on the top right corner. Call is received by the command center and routed to the appropriate office, either the police, ambulance, fire, or NADMO. Your Excellency, the distress caller location is sent automatically to the AmbuTrack platform. The information is dispatched to the ambulance for response. Alternatively, sir, the caller can access directly by going to the menu, select the ambulance, and send a distress message. This goes straight to the ambulance control center with the caller's location. The information is dispatched to the ambulance for response. In relation to the control center, the National Control Center has a bird's-eye view of all the ambulances in the country. All control centers have a bird's-eye view of all ambulances under their jurisdiction. Your Excellency, every control center has control over the usage of its ambulance, and all activities are overseen by the National Control Center. Your Excellency, the activities therefore will include the following: disarming and alarming the ambulance. This is enabled only if the ambulance is stationary. Geofencing the ambulance, that is allowing the ambulance to be used within a certain range. Your Excellency, setting the speed limit is also another option, and this will alert you when the ambulance overspeeds beyond the speed limit. Checking the daily routine of an ambulance, accepting distress calls is also. When you get to the ambulance team app, in the ambulances will be the tablet. When you log in to activate the ambulance becomes available for the dispatch after login. When a dispatch alert is received, the ambulance unit clicks on response. The distress location is open on a map on the tablet. The fastest route to the location of the distress caller is given. Ambulance can then be driven to the caller location. After turning to the distress, the ambulance unit writes a report on the distress situation and submits the control center. After the submission, the ambulance is available for dispatch again. Mr. President, we would like to express our appreciation, sincerest gratitude to you and your government for these huge investments in the area of pre-hospital care services. And with the procurement of 307 new ambulances, the highest fleets ever to have been procured at a go in the history of emergency medical service system in Africa, definitely the face of EMS in Ghana is going to change forever. The emergency medical system is going to receive a major boost and a tremendous improvement in the quality of care to be provided. Mr. President, we promise to use these vehicles with utmost care and skill. We promise to provide prompt emergency response, pre-hospital care, specialized transport and patient transfer to the good people of Ghana. Above all, Your Excellency, we promise to take good care of these ambulances to ensure they are always fit for the purpose for which they have been procured. I would like to thank you once again, Mr. President, for fulfilling your promise to the nation and for providing the single biggest logistical support to the National Ambulance Service in its 60 years of existence. Before I end my speech, Your Excellency, I would like to mention that our emergency medical technicians will be demonstrating to you through a simulation exercise the type of care that they provide to patients and activities that take place in the pre-hospital setting. We wish you God's continuous guidance and protection in all your undertakings. God bless you, Your Excellency, and your government. God bless Mother Ghana. Thank you very
much. Thank you very much, Professor Zakaria, Chief Executive of the National Ambulance Service. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Minister responsible for the Ministry of Special Development Initiatives, the Honorable Mavis Hawa Kumsen. Let's receive her with a round of applause.
Thank you. I want to add my voice to that of the National Ambulance CEO to welcome His Excellency here. His Excellency, President of the Republic, His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Chief of Staff, Minister for Health and Deputy Minister for Health, colleague ministers present, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, National Chairman and General Secretary of NPP, members of Parliament, CEO of National Ambulance Service, my able CEOs of the 3 development authorities, Nananom, distinguished invited guests, our good friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I consider myself as the happiest person on earth. I am elated because after days, weeks, and months of hard work, in the midst of speculations, our dream has been realized. I am particularly happy today again because the vision of the President to resource the emergency care system and increase the fleet of ambulances for the service has been fulfilled. I know the President shares our excitement because his dream of realizing an efficient pre-hospital emergency medical service has made a very significant advancement. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, my ministry was mandated by His Excellency the President to procure for this country new ambulances through the One Constituency, One Ambulance project under the Infrastructure for Poverty Eradication Program, IPED. This program was funded by the $1 million per constituency allocation. We are gathered here to perform a very important function. Today, each of the 275 constituencies will receive an ambulance to revamp the fleet of ambulances so as to address this major deficiency in our emergency medical services. From Bia West to Keta, from Clote Kole to Chana Paga, and all other constituencies say Ayiko to Your Excellency. It is my prayer that the management and staff of Ghana Ambulance Service will make good use and maintain them properly as required. I have a firm assurance from the CEO to that effect. As stated above, these fully equipped ambulances need proper care and regular maintenance. Management, operation, and maintenance manual have also been prepared for them. The drivers and officials of the service have been adequately trained on the use of the vehicle as well as handling of the equipment thereof. These training seasons were done by the manufacturers from Turkey. Your Excellency, permit me to remind the good people of this country that it is the first major and highest intervention by successive governments. The purchase of these 307 state-of-the-art and fully equipped ambulances is a product of a close collaboration between our Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance, Bank of Ghana, and the National Ambulance Service under the supervision of the Vice President. Mr. President, I also want to mention that all procurement processes were duly followed. Let me seize this opportunity to thank Your Excellency, President of the Republic, the Vice President, and the Chief of Staff for this vision and your support throughout the whole process. I am of a firm belief that many more interventions will be added to this success story. Let me also commend my team, the suppliers, and all those who worked tirelessly to make today a day to remember. On this note, I welcome Your Excellency, the President of the Republic, Your Excellency, Vice President of the Republic, the Right Honorable Speaker, the Chief of Staff, Honorable Ministers, Members of Parliament, to this memorable occasion. May God bless the good people of this country. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Honorable Mavis Hawakumsi. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome to the podium the Minister responsible for health, the Honorable Kweku Ajima Menu. Let's receive him with a round of applause.
Thank you, my colleague Minister for Information. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, Madam Chief of Staff, my colleague Minister for Special Development Initiatives, colleague ministers, deputy ministers, my good friend, Majority Leader, who has just joined us after Parliament, members of Parliament, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. As the Minister for Responsible, I must say I'm very glad. ability and efficiency.
So currently speaking is the Ministry of Health, Kweku Agyemang-Menu. He is currently addressing the gathering at the Black Star Square, where the president will soon commission these 307 ambulances ready for distribution. Before anything else, though, we saw that before him, we saw Mavis Howard Kumzin, who is Minister for Special Development Initiatives, Kojo, talking about how all procurement processes were followed, describing how this decision was arrived at. Also, Professor Amenuhu Zakaria, who spoke before her, talking about how the ambulances will work, taking us through a bit of the technology that will be deployed by them and how people really are going to be employed in this system. Kojo, a lot of interesting thoughts there.
Absolutely, and it's good to see some of the detail now taking shape. We still have some of the questions we've raised yet to be answered, but at the very least, we are seeing what they have planned, you know, what the institutions have put on paper. No doubt the reality of this is going to be seen in the coming days and weeks as they seek to implement these structures.
Of course, of course. And let's take you back to the Black Star Square and hear the Health Minister now.
On the 112, when launched to assess emergency care in times of need. As these ambulances are being distributed today, please permit me, Your Excellency, to advise my colleague MPs and ministers, all the ambulances are going to be manned by the National Ambulance Service. The service works in close collaboration with metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies, health facilities, and all other emergency services such as the fire service and NADMI. The ambulances will be distributed to both old and new ambulance stations in the various constituencies to serve the various communities as well as health facilities. Qualified and experienced emergency medical technician drivers are the ones who are authorized to drive these ambulances. We do know that some constituencies have met the basic requirements of providing office and residential accommodation for the National Ambulance Service to pave way for easy operationalization of these ambulances. We also do know that some constituencies are a bit behind in terms of their preparedness in receiving these ambulances. As these ambulances are going to be deployed today, I'll entreat all my colleague MPs, regional ministers, and metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives to continue to collaborate with the National Ambulance Service, especially in places where the infrastructure is not ready, to identify suitable places from where to operate until such times that the necessary facilities are made available. Any support that can be provided by you to the National Ambulance Service is more than welcome. And I'm aware that some of my colleagues MPs have actually provided some ambulances to their constituencies. We are going to add these to what we have done, but I will still entreat you to continue to give the support that we have been given in the past. I would like to call on the Director General of Ghana Health Service, the CEOs of the teaching hospitals, the regional directors of health services, as well as heads of all Ministry of Health agencies to cooperate and collaborate with the National Ambulance Service as they carry out their duties in providing pre-hospital care services to the country, so that together we can all assist in building a comprehensive, effective, and efficient emergency response system for our country. Your Excellencies, I would like to use this opportunity to also appeal to transport organizations such as the Ghana Road Transport Union, the Progressive Transport Owners Association, and other transport associations to cooperate with the National Ambulance Service and other emergency services so that they assist them to gain easy access to the roads in the course of their duties. And I'm sure their cooperation will go a long way to save many lives. On this note, Your Excellencies, I wish to end my speech. And once again, Mr. President, thank you and the Vice President for your personal commitment in ensuring that this laudable project became a success. Mr. President, I want to assure you that tonight I will sleep. And I'll beg for permission to be late a little bit tomorrow morning. Mr. President, since after the deployment of the drones, or even during the deployment of the drones, I took a lot of bashing, from Parliament to radio stations, to TV stations, to several other media platforms. Now we don't have ambulances, and we are deploying drones to fly blood and essential medicines. And I kept on telling people and the nation that the President is committing to deliver on his promises, and he will so do. Sir President, let me thank you. You have justified my explanation. I thank you so much.
That is the Honorable Minister responsible for health, Kweku Agyeman-Manu. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, we are at the ceremony for the commissioning and dispatch of the single largest fleet of ambulances to support pre-hospital emergency medical care and the Ghana Ambulance Service. Very shortly, His Excellency the President will address us. We are almost there. Mr. President, I am informed by the Emergency Medical Technicians Unit of the Ghana Ambulance Service that they want to briefly demonstrate to you the services they will be offering across the 275 constituencies and the high incident routes here in our country. May I invite the EMT demonstration unit for their quick demonstration of the services that will be offered by these ambulance and EMT units nationwide. After that, His Excellency the President, who committed to improve healthcare, will speak to us.
Your Excellency, we are about to witness a simulation exercise by the emergency medical technicians of National Ambulance Service.
Omampenia oti edwem emprempren ye ba be da dwumadie National Ambulance Service for no etai eye wo won pesia so no akrew.
Currently we see a group of people going out on an early morning jogging as usual, chanting songs with a vibrant cheerleader approaching us.
Na ye he anafo a dede bi ni momo bebi ba amafo ebo na pomo de ho ban no woko anopa bia senya wo bebo bie won ho ama won apomo de no ayede.
In such situations, because of the joy attached to it, people forget themselves and even occupy the whole room.
Na se ye ko eya bomdim brika no aya na referee ye ho na ye de ekwan ni nyina afa dede ni ye ko so ntade a ye hye eya reflectors no e ma ye je kwan ni nyina afa.
So Your Excellency, we are about to witness what happens to this group of people as they jog along the road chanting songs.
Na eyesa na ye nam ne ye ba e atorenchem tai esi na enu bi na e ba besi enche bia e wo ye nim hai.
As usual, this is a similitude of what really pertains to our call of duties and our various stations.
Now, when a Jumedia, so the Bissasia, the time that you have
So just like our CEO said, that's an opportunity for us to excel what we can do, even as the fleet of ambulances have arrived. So this group of people are chanting songs heavily, and then there's an oncoming vehicle, and because of the songs, they will not even hear, and then the vehicle runs in this group of people.
For say a car be if you on a chair, I bet she afa any predominant so at Torrentum no SC.
In such stage, there's hopelessness, there's despair amongst the people.
Now, a body say a man for a tired day was soon what it is, the brady, a bra, a moon, and aqua.
But in such situation, somebody recognizes the situation and calls for help using the 112, which has been activated.
Now, yes, sir, we're 112, no, Emma. a system no enyina back together. Emma police for baby, fire for baby, ambulance for ba and anadmo send ya mo ya.
So we see the level of police to take care of the situation, Your Excellency.
Now police for make sure say what they want yama basis who now at rentam na si wo kwan nim no what create a kwan yama aka for eba na won so kwan be twa fa won so.
Whilst the ambulance has also been called and is on the way coming.
Now national ambulance services so a control room so dispatching an ambulance for so e be drew hobby.
The ambulance has arrived.
Send you who and a phone ambulance no abedru.
It's neatly parked.
Now opaki
a gentleman steps out.
Now you say ambulance penny back or Edimerica and baby at Rentam Nesipa.
Comes to the scene to assure the patients to.
Now Oba Obetrom say when you would try now when you're a Juma and Wow now and Nutina Omaba.
So that those of you are not everybody prepared.
Send your baby out. You wait to me up one at Rentam Obabe Tutu Bibia send your baby. One I won't try any free send your moose is you know. Wabako and a cheat. Now after 1 month me a year, you mama 1 hour to rent at home year.
Then the others who are not injured,
hello, those of you who can hear me and can walk, please move this way.
Go
to my left. The ambulances are here to move your legs. Please go to my left.
Now, oh yes, sir, or Tietia 1 hour to rent at home and say, wow, Tim and Cano. Sorry, not 1 hour prayer will bet to me up one.
And this person is known as the incident commander.
Nasa Nipedia, I would deny him a papa yourself for a ambulance and Juma, or you no on your friend, near would him.
Followed closely is another officer who is called a triage officer, trying to sort out the patient with relation to their various level of injuries.
Now you say ambulance penina friend Domini be Abekaho. One day a yash and so dear Ebabe, and you may be on our brand.
Excellency, currently he's tagging the patients according to that degree of injury.
Now, Oba, what they are so dear, a coco, a cocosa dear, any Habamono, Ebabe, and you may be up 1 hour at Rentamatu.
So the red signifies somebody who is critically injured and needs urgent attention.
Oh, Bibiara, the coco, no better and no dress, only a cono, a separate to Priya, Cecia, and Prem, Yadino, I call your
So we see a gentleman lying here with what we call a sunken chest wound.
Now, you hear a papana or share a habamono cacrea or that in for any here. Nikokono, Ebu Ebum, Ama, Nidompeno, Erera, and Rawanimu.
Meaning he has a broken bone which has affected his lungs. And currently, the ambulance personnel are attending to this gentleman.
Now, you say ambulance and Bab, you know, where you know, when any prepare Abrantiano.
Mr. President, this is done most of the time to really take those who are critically injured first to the hospital before responding to the others.
Now, you understand, never see a boy near you want to rent him at home. No, I call I have Sabia Cobo. It's 1 hour a day, a year, a sense of year, a portion at the end of the 1 hour, you know, better than Hakakra, I have 1 way to and son and Prefano, that you also call I have Sabia.
And then those tagged with the green are what we call the walking wounded, who would also be attended to later on.
Now, 1 hour, penny by what you want to be born, 1 day, what they want to go and afford near the Akuko, Habamono, and a 2 also 1 night and now on, sir.
Due to the numerous numbers of victims, the incident commander has called for extra support.
Now, Sabani say ambulance penina or Bayano or 2 and Krakow and the control room. Man was present, Mofa ambulance and Bimbe, constituency, Miami and Ano, Mofa Bimbeka, Honayamwa, and Co, and Jigana for to rent at home.
They've all arrived and are also happily attending.
Now, when you say, about Jamaica, and Babako, Aji, Ayanyamba, Yanyambemana, at rent at home.
Another gentleman lying there has what we call the situation with the lungs gassing out.
Now, you share a baby ambulance for baby, a bottom pima when you're not bria, walk watching a brandy and a carnival, a pine, Yafunu, a man, and soon in a PA.
And so we see the personnel happily attending to them using the occlusive dress, 3-sided occlusive dressing.
Now, Ebanisa ambulance forward, Jumedia, Obedia, Wabek Pranio Mana, a PN in and Suno, now what you are in now. Now what they want to call Ayarabia Coco Ajiwon.
So in such situations, the critically wounded patient is who is transported first to the nearest hospital. And then we see the driver who ran into the mob, confused as he is, runs into a tree, and is also stuck behind the vehicle.
Now, you say, "Eh, Papa, now also the car, the kifa, also no ambulance force, send a bay on also na pomodeno, ebesisuye."
In such situations, when people come around, they would want to help, but at the end, they cause further injuries. But the ambulance personnel have been trained in a special way just to get them out of the car. In order to prevent further injuries.
Now, saying in your ambulance for you hear Papa no can now honor to Ombopa and a walk with the driver. No, Nemo Saka, phone a coya when you need here. I can who preom, walk Trino, walk Tinesa, walk any of Monchi, a baby as any of one, now so near you them.
So, Your Excellency, the first patient is being transported away.
Now, you want to know going in Papa and a cocoa Guma, Nahrawa, don't pay every man, Moja, you know, on a Yenya with the what they call.
As they keep on attending to the rest of the patients.
Please reassure your patients.
Now, we'll sue Akano, send a
so we see others sustaining head injuries.
Now, you say about Constituency and Apaya, one of Papa Mamina or EMT, what in your Trinity, Abuana Pomodin.
There's some fractures as well.
Now, Ebisu NMO Ebubu.
So we see that in such situations, the neck is stabilized just to prevent further injuries to the spine.
Now, you hear me echo so or your name, Tia, what the idea send a man, send a bear, Netri don't pay and want to Chimano, a Bebuano, and Ginsem.
And so the ambulance personnel quickly attend to these patients and then carry them straight to the hospital.
Now, why are you not the boy of Bibia Apomodin?
So we see one also lying there lifeless.
Now you will say Bakudia up to now no be a cry and corner home.
We see what happens to that one.
All right,
in the ensuing scene.
Make sure you set line when you get to the ambulance, okay? And
so a bronchitis is also covered on this patient who is shivering, meaning he's running into shock and could run out any moment from now.
Now you hear me and it's no piano. They say I'm because this home so no piano actually go about in the ambulance for them to Makatane home. I walk on Agena or also what person Pedano now what they also call Ayasabia.
So all these patients or casualties, Your Excellency, would be attended to and then taken to the hospital.
Now ambulance wanted to aqua send a bay or do be Sabia, Naposo, not inquire any of what you will.
And the one lifeless you would be handed over to the quickly get the ambulance does not carry dead bodies.
Now you hear Yana Yankona and Brepemuno, Obedi, you may be out of I had
so the personnel are still attending to the patients.
Say, I had a form and son, Wobuso Ayo on Wajuma, and to Wobuso.
Have you done proper assessment on her? All right, please reassure.
Casualties or victims have been adequately attended.
Okay.
Yeah, in preparing ambulance for no airborne one year. Walk one you on a phone, everyone person
and all will be adequately treated for.
Now, your friends are ambulance in the poor hospital. What you want to was signed by everyone.
Please be patient.
So this is a similitude of what goes on in our everyday activities as emergency medical technicians.
Now, when I say to rent and see what you pay ambulance for Edaneji, Edicon Edi, one in Pesiasono, at rent and not to one.
Get this back out.
So we can assure the general public that once the 112 is activated, help will always come.
Yeah, yes, sir. To my before says, well, yeah, we're afraid of the phone, 112 now, and what National Ambulance Service, Ebedanejino, Bebre, now what the Bebre one.
Because timely care really saves lives.
Now, one essence to the hour, the name say, and Brepemus, here, you bet me I can't add you a pomodine.
And so others are being assisted with the ambulance.
Now, you hear one now, what you pray, no to me, Nantina, say, you hear one for no ambulance for no F1 in Kakra, no, no, one on Kakra, and Nako, ambulance in the Akoko Ageno.
Well done, and move fast. Please,
whilst going to the hospital, continuous care is also administered to this victim.
Now, say ambulance for the independent, our baby at Rencham Nessina, will round Kanima, and Honor or two on board, and yet near one friend or head to Infinity goes in, and I say, or two on board, F50 baby, and I said, at Rencham no more, Hano, and no one at home. And I said, if you are well, who send a bear will do I am Sabia, or better than Yama doctor for Ako Aji one Apomodeno.
So still the victims are being evacuated, Your Excellency. So the last person leaves the field. So personnel are still busily attending to the victims.
Now you say ambulance for no air can boom air one send your betting me aya wabako ajiwon. Na sisi aka na turenche misi no you say after the wajani nyina ama a police for one so anyone share so there esusuka ne tie send your muso mra ne tie no na free akọ no car no any driver na sem there eno wo a police for them.
EMTs, we have 1.5 minutes to wrap up. EMTs, we have 1.5 minutes to wrap up.
Please take time, okay?
So a gentleman rushes onto the scene, having heard of the accident.
Hello.
You use a brand be about what Jimmy can number be at Rencham. Say what is a BBC says in
Apparently his wife was in this group.
Now I was any year and a downer, Sebi, where free mono, in Jama, say to Rencham, no, on also when you know.
This is personnel trying to calm him down.
Yeah, ambulance for number so one say controllable, now be Boko, Abuano.
But he's desperate and in shock.
Nemo, near cousin want to meet Sandy a few more
because his wife has passed on. So in that state, he collapses.
And team preparing to be a branch any year, I want to be sharing anymore. You can have been for one, some back for Ageno. Want to me or Prana, want to me Prano. I had the same for ambulance for the me and Nakasa. Now you heard yes, and I'm saying Akumano, and India, I'm saying a branch in preparing or Charlie.
The gentleman finally collapses.
I'm preparing a branch and a Charlie, and
there is no heartbeat.
Now we're here on the command,
no pulse, he's not breathing. And currently the EMTs are compressing his heart just to restart his heart.
Now you're here in preparing ambulance for that starting and the cocoa.
This is all called cardiopulmonary resuscitation, which is CPR.
Now when I have friend of Abel who say, any Akuma,
and we see another machine line just to help the resuscitation. They have called the integrated external defibrillator.
Now you use ambulance for the machine there to work, and on edit to me, and I am Kanya ever before the Mama Kumana Eduno, as
this is to send electronic waves to restart the heart. He's compressing the chest 30 times with 2 breaths.
Now, what yes, I will be Miana Coconosa and pray at the Asa 30. Now, when you from up and minimum 2 times.
Looks like the victim is coming to.
Now, why and pray enum 32 and Ediasa enemy 5 times.
Currently, we see the police also attending to the one who passed on.
Now, you say a police also, you want Jumapa, Papana, or also Anamina or Frimono, one also the also
so the chest compression is still going on in this
a machine on the Japan, obey so be acting on Muno. Now, on Bemia, on my family, I tell for your Papa, Mumia was a ambulance for Wayadi.
Well done.
The patient has come to.
Well
Papa, asking about Quamu.
And he's being reassured, and oxygen is being administered.
Now, I said, baby, I'm going to find what I can't know.
And this patient is also sent to the hospital.
And I assigned to the source in the sooner, I don't know.
So, in summary, this is what goes on in our various stations in our quest to save lives. As we say, timely care really saves lives. So before we go, we want to acknowledge our CEO who helped us to bring this thing into reality. Thank you all for watching. God bless you.
Now, Yami Israel, Yada Omampeni Asi, Yada Professor Amenu Zakariasi, Yami Isragana Punina.
Right. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to the Ghana Ambulance Service and the EMT unit for their demonstration right before us on the kind of services they will be offering across the length and breadth of this country. As they wrap up, let me remind you that shortly, His Excellency the President will speak to us. When he is done, he will ceremonially commission one of the ambulances, after which the ambulances will depart the Black Star Square for the 275 constituencies.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Simulation exercise for multiple casualty exercise over. 10 casualties involved, 3 with life-threatening conditions, 6 with other various injuries, with 1 dead. All casualties transported to hospital and the dead handed over to the MTTV department of the Ghana Police Service. Emergency medical technician Al-Hassan Mohamed Mashoud reported. May I have your permission to fall out, Mr. President?
Thank you very much, EMT. Thank you, your team. Let's give them a big round of applause one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to hear from the bearer of the vision, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Let's receive him with a round of applause.
Mr. Vice President, Chief of Staff at the Office of the President, Greater Accra Regional Minister, Minister for Health, Minister for Special Development Initiatives, Ministers and Deputy Ministers of State, Member of Parliament for Clotte constituency, and other members of Parliament, Municipal Chief Executive for Clotte Municipality, Chief Executive Officer of the National Ambulance Service, the President of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs, Neo Su, the Acting President of the Ghana Traditional Council, Neo Tugloum, Mi Sempe, Mi Me Name, and other traditional rulers, the Dean and members of the Diplomatic Corps, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really happy that finally this day has come to meet us. It is the day the Lord has made, and we should rejoice in it. This ceremony is a very good way to begin the year, and I extend my appreciation to the Minister for Special Development Initiatives, Honorable Mavis Howard Thompson, Member of Parliament for Hutu Senya East, and the Minister for Health, Honorable Kwaku Ajima Nenu, Member of Parliament for Doma Central, for the dynamism and hard work they've exhibited in bringing it to fruition. Ladies and gentlemen, good health is fundamental to all we do and hope to do. Access to quality health care is hence a right enshrined in our national constitution. However, this constitutional right can best materialize if we are able to guarantee the presence of pre-hospital emergency services in all parts of the country. With the National Ambulance Service having 130 stations and 10 regional control rooms across the country, it was sad to note that when I took office in January 2017, the service had only 55 semi-functioning ambulances. Indeed, the ambulance service started off with 50 ambulances in 2006, and in 2018, 161 ambulances containing basic life support equipment were imported into the country. In December 2015, 200 ambulances were supposedly purchased by the Mahama government, out of which only 30 arrived in the country. As though this was not enough, the 30 were declared, quote, not fit for purpose because they had cardinal defects and did not come with any medical equipment, unquote. This was completely unacceptable, and my government was determined to rectify this unhappy state of affairs. It is appropriate that the National Ambulance Service, established in the year 2004 under the new Patriotic Party-led government of that outstanding Ghanaian statesman, the second president of the Fourth Republic, His Excellency John Njakubu, is re-equipped, retooled, and revamped under another NPP-led government, this time of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Today, I'm glad to be presenting to the Ministry of Health 307 brand new state-of-the-art ambulances fitted with advanced life support equipment and tracking devices to be distributed to 275 constituencies. That is one constituency, one ambulance, to be managed by the National Ambulance Service, and the remainder of 32 ambulances to the headquarters of the service. As a result, this means that as against the scenario whereby one ambulance served approximately 524,000 people at the end of December 2016, today we have a much improved ratio of one ambulance serving approximately 84,000 people. Additionally, in the course of the year, 145 new ambulance stations will be created, bringing the total to 275 stations, ensuring that we have a one constituency, one ambulance station situation. We promised in the 2016 MPP manifesto to strengthen the National Ambulance Service, and we're doing just that. Ladies and gentlemen, government is committed to ensuring the realization of an effective emergency medical service EMS system to help improve our country's emergency response capabilities. The simulation exercise undertaken a few months ago is proof of the preparedness and readiness of our emergency medical technicians through the efficient use of these ambulances to help save lives. Having augmented the fleet of the ambulance service, I am aware of the other challenges confronting the service, such as inadequate staff, relatively non-existent dispatch system, the lack of a dedicated source of funding, and inadequate infrastructure, and the paramedic and emergency care training school, the only paramedic and emergency care training school in West Africa, located in Kankasu in the Ofinsunes North District of the Ashanti region. Government has already started working to address some of these challenges. Firstly, the Ministry of Finance has provided financial clearance for the National Ambulance Service to recruit and train 1,477 emergency medical technicians. Out of this number, 577 have already been recruited, with the process for recruiting the remaining 900 underway. Secondly, the National Ambulance Service Bill, which identifies funding sources of the National Ambulance Service, is currently before Cabinet. This will be forwarded to Parliament for consideration and enacted after Cabinet approval, which should be granted shortly. Digitized state national digital property addressing system, whereby all calls to the ambulance service will be routed through a computer system which will automatically generate the digital address location of the caller to enable the control center to determine straight away the nearest ambulance to dispatch. It will also allow the ambulance to determine easily the nearest healthcare facility suitable for the emergency. This system will also allow the ambulance, when dispatched, to navigate without difficulty using the dispatch system in the ambulance straight to the location of the caller. It will also provide interconnectivity among the various ambulance stations and the dispatch centers, as well as the dispatch centers and the receiving health facilities. Such a system will enhance the response time of the ambulance and thereby improve patient outcomes. Fourthly, government is succeeding in getting a unique emergency number for all providers of emergency services in the country. In the past, the police service, the fire service, and the National Ambulance Service all had different emergency numbers. I'm happy to announce that thankfully we've merged all the emergency numbers to one number, which is 112. For any form of emergency, either police service, fire service, or ambulance service, the number to dial on all mobile networks is 112. I would appeal that this improvement in the provision of emergency services be not abused. We are told that 90% of calls made to the providers of emergency services are usually prank calls. This is not right, as it only endangers the lives of Ghanaians in need. Government will ensure that the needed infrastructure is provided to the paramedic and emergency care training school at Ken Castle, to ensure that it serves its purpose of training paramedics in the country and West Africa. It also serves as a refresher course center for emergency care training for doctors, nurses, and other paramedics in the country and West Africa. I call upon all regional ministers, metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives, as well as all health officials, to provide the needed cooperation and support to make the operationalization of these ambulances a success, and also ensure their satisfactory maintenance. The goal of this government is to establish in our country a strong, accessible healthcare system of world-class quality, which will assure the health and well-being of our people. And I entreat all of you to be an integral part of this vision. Accordingly, ladies and gentlemen, Nime, Name, and Ano, I declare the 307 ambulances duly commissioned and ready for distribution. May God bless the members of the National Ambulance Service and us all. And may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Let's give him a big round of applause, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency the President will step forward onto the red carpet. He will be joined by his close friend and right-hand man, His Excellency the Vice President. The Minister responsible for health will join them, and the Minister for Special Development Initiatives will also join. The 4 of them will make their way towards where the ambulances are parked. The Chief of Staff will join as well. They will make their way to where the ambulances are parked to cut the ribbon, and Reverend Father Andrew Campbell will say a prayer as we commission one as a symbolic gesture for the 307. We will remain and watch on the screens. We will remain and watch on the screens from wherever we are. Mr. President, we are informed that the very ambulance you will be entering is that of the Whole West constituency. The Whole West constituency ambulance is that which is closest and that which you would be inspecting. And when we are done, the ambulances will move from here, the Black Star Square, to the various parts of the country.
Two, check, 1, 2.
Mr. President,
2, fire open.
Mr. President is entering the Whole West ambulance, the Whole West constituency ambulance for that symbolic inspection. The Whole West constituency ambulance, one of the 275 ambulances that are going to constituencies for that symbolic inspection and interacting with the EMTs there. Mr. President, next to the Whole West ambulance is the Ibuakwa South constituency ambulance. A constituency I'm sure you are very familiar with in your days as Member of Parliament. And next to that of Ibuakwa South, you will find that of Ofonse Eyiribi constituency. I'm only just explaining the ambulances that are parked there. So he's entering the Whole West ambulance. Next to that is the Ibuakwa South constituency ambulance. If you do not remember anything after today, remember the number 307. The single largest fleet of ambulances to support pre-hospital emergency medical care in the Republic of Ghana to date. The Akufo-Addo administration, true to its word, today dispatches to 275 constituencies and additional.
So that's the president currently inspecting those vehicles, those ambulances, 307 of them, which will be going to various constituencies across the country. And here ends our coverage of the commissioning and distribution of those ambulances. Kojo Yankson.
Yeah, it's good to see that finally these ambulances can get to work saving lives. I'm very gratified by that. We hope we can get answers to our questions about the actual technical way in which they will be managed and deployed. I also would like to know, we bought 307 of these ambulances out of the fund that is available to 275 constituencies. So which constituencies paid for more than one ambulance? That also is a question I'd like to see answered. But in the meantime, let's get to work saving lives. Congratulations to all of those who have made this happen.
Thank you very much, Kojo. My name is Daniel Daze. This is Joy News.